Hi guys, kya haal hai? So just earlier today, I put a redemption request on a couple of my international funds. So I thought that I will just share that experience with you, and I hope it will help someone. So couple of points first. I mean, the reason I'm sharing this experience or all my experiences on this channel are that uh, I have been doing this for a while now, and I would like to believe that I don't know if I have been very successful, but yes, definitely I have made some money, and it is all thanks to all the learning that I did is all thanks to various people on YouTube. So I hope that my videos help even one person. So then, the target will be achieved, that someone somewhere is benefiting because of the information that I'm giving, because I have learned the same way. That's point number one. Second, I mean, I'm not recommending these mutual funds in any way, or it's just my experience that I'm sharing. And then, of course, you are the best judge to decide that whether this kind of trading or investment is good for you or not. So that being said, international funds is something that I've been doing for, again, just like the stock trading, I've been doing this for the last couple of years. I mainly invest in four different markets other than India. One is China, one is Europe, one is Brazil, and one is the US. I have two main reasons why I am doing international funds. Reason number one is, of course, it's the simplest reason. It is diversification, and it is to hedge against the Indian market. So even though about 80% of my funds are in the Indian market, about 15 to 20% funds I try to keep in the international market on the simple logic that tomorrow, if the Indian market goes sideways or goes down for a month, and assuming that any of these international markets are going up, I will increase my allocation in that market. Why? Because my logic of trading is that I would like to earn money every month from this initiative of stock trading, for example. So, hence, to ensure that if the Indian market is kind of sideways, flat, negative, I would still like to make some money that month. And in that case, any of these markets might help me. So, that's the logic I have been using. It has worked for the most of it. And that is the first reason. And the second reason, which is my personal reason, I believe that my money should work for me 24 hours a day. So even if India is working from 9 to 3:30, for example, I believe that before 9 a.m. or 9:15 Indian time or after 3:30 p.m. Indian time, my money should still work for me. Even if it is 5% of my money or 10%, even when I'm sleeping, my money should be working for me. That's the simple logic. So these are the two reasons why I'm dealing in international funds. So like I said, it's China, Europe, Brazil, and the US. In China, I'm using Edelweiss. In Europe as well as Edelweiss. In Brazil, it is HSBC, and in the US, it is Motilal Oswal. They are index funds. I will put the details of all these funds that I'm talking about in the description, so you know exactly which fund it is. I'll put the link actually, so then it will be kind of easier for you to relate to which fund I'm talking about. Of course, these are not in India. The funds are not direct; they are all fund of funds, which is, I mean, the fund is, let's say, investing in another fund, which is of course most probably a JP Morgan fund or HSBC fund, etc. I will put all this in the description instead of talking about it, because it's better you read it on your own rather than me saying and making a mistake about which fund it is. So this is another point. Uh, Things which work. One very important point which everyone should know about international funds is the taxation is higher. For Indian mutual funds, it's about, for me at least, it's 15%. I'm talking of short-term trades. It's 15% taxation. In international funds, it's 30% taxation. What works against the funds is also it has a higher expense ratio. Usually, Indian mutual funds have anything from a Nifty fund having a zero point 0.3, zero point 0.4 in the expense ratio to maybe a 1 point something on average, whereas these international funds are all 2 point something. So it's 2% is high, but it is what it is. Third risk could be currency. It can work for you or against you, but still it is a risk. And lastly, diversification. I mean, if you just YouTube diversification, you will get about half a dozen videos that diversification is for idiots and for ignorance and so on and so forth. So there are so many who say diversification is good. There are many who say diversification is bad. I believe it is good, but that is just my personal experience. You have to decide what is best for yourself. So, coming back to the point, these funds are really good. Uh, I like them. I have been using them. China did really well in the last quarter. I think China will do really well this year as well. I think it is one of the biggest beneficiaries, as we all know, of the pandemic. Europe is kind of flat right now. Brazil is flat right now, and the US, of course, is the market leader when it comes to the free markets and to the stock market, etc. US will always grow, in my opinion, unless, of course, I am wrong. But history has shown that the US always grows. So hence, I follow all these markets. I sold, uh, as we know, the Nifty, sorry, not Nifty, the Nasdaq and the S&P are kind of at their lifetime highs. So I sold part of my US funds, which is an index fund, which is Motilal Oswal Nasdaq index fund and S&P 500 index fund. So I sold part of those because I was at a decent profit, and they're at their lifetime highs. So I got rid of about 60-70% of my portfolio. And same goes for China. China has done really well, and my fund is at about its all-time high. So I sold off about 60-70% of that fund as well to book some profits. So please let me know if you're using this, if you have any more questions about international funds. I will try to answer it, of course. I suggest you to study these funds, and I think it would be a good idea to, let's say, at least study them first, and then you can decide if you want to invest them or not, because it's always good to hedge your positions. That's at least my view, but you know best what you would like to do for yourself. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, please do ask me in the comment section. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.